You can see how big those structures are. And again, black and white. They always do this, family. I'm telling you, we start to pick up on these tricks on the as if the camera ran out of color, right? You can click on this one. You can zoom in all day if you want to on this one. But you come down to this color one, you can't, they won't allow you to click on the color one to zoom in. But you can on these black and white ones. I'm telling you, family, that the hand it's a subtle hiding of the truth that they do on these pages. But again, like I said, let's just click on just a few of these just so that you can see. Again, this is from the Damascus Museum of Dura Europos. Now, this is a picture of the synagogue. That's another thing. In the synagogue, they have pictures of Israel. They have pictures of Moses and Aaron leading the children of Israel out of Egypt, and all the stuff that you would see in the Torah are the pictures or the frescoes. They call them frescoes, are the pictures that they would have in the synagogue. Over in the church, they have pictures of the Messiah. They have pictures of people who they call Jesus, and we'll take a look at that as well. And we'll take a look at some of these pictures as far as like where they're located in the fresco. And this is another picture. You can see is actually a brother man actually doing some of the excavation. Doing the excavations. It's excavation of the Torah niche in Dura Europos. All right. So with that, let's switch over to our, I'm going to switch screens here, family. Let me see if I can bring this up real quick. Let me do this. Hopefully you can see that. And and with that being said, let me just adjust my screen so that you can see it. So now, family, we're going to get into the actual pictures. So again, this is the map that we were talking about. So we said L7 and M8. L7, and we said L7 is the synagogue right here. M8 is the Christian House Church. Christian House Church and the synagogue. So these are identified structures, and the fact that this picture of the oldest picture of Jesus, and this is in 235 AD, that is literally in a church. So there's no ambiguity. There's no questions as to who this is and what it's about. Now, I got to apologize for this picture. This one's a little bit grainy, but some of them, they will get in more high def as we go along. But this was the best one that I could find of the church itself. So you're looking at the inside of where the oldest picture of Jesus was located in this church. This is the inside of the church. And now what you're looking at is the oldest picture of Jesus, of what the world calls Jesus. Of course, we call Yahusha. And as you can see, he doesn't have long, flowing, golden hair, blue eyes, short, black, woolly hair. And I know it's kind of smudgy. It's not really in high def. And that's, again, like I said, family, it's in a lot of these pictures where the subjects are black, blurry. It's almost like catching Bigfoot. Like anytime they try to catch Bigfoot, they can't seem to catch a high definition picture of Bigfoot. He's always on the move. And nobody has that high-speed film or camera or lens to be able to catch him. It's always blurry, and he's always behind the bushes. That's how they do these pictures of black folks. Like, it's always blurry. You can't really zoom in, but you can tell it's a black person, because of the color and the shape, right? Don't see long flowing hair. You don't see blue eyes. Black man. So this is the oldest picture of the Messiah in Syria, right across from the Euphrates River. Hallelujah. So when someone stands up and says Jesus was not a black man, that is incorrect according to archaeology, because the oldest picture of Jesus is of a black man, which is what you can see. That's not cap. That's not any extra, dialogue on top of it. Just look at the picture. Now, I will preface this by saying, family, and hopefully we're going to reach out to Pastor Kelly Richardson tonight. I'm not sure if he's going to do a live tonight or if he may push it out to tomorrow. But definitely whenever, and he's on We Woke Now on YouTube, but definitely if you see a notification for We Woke Now going live on this topic again, definitely tune in, because Pastor Kelly has taken it an additional step. Because, sometimes when these preachers come out of the blue and say these off the wall comments like that, there's a reason why they say that. Because somebody might be in their back pocket. And shout out to Pastor Kelly. He's been doing some digging, and he has some shocking information about this church and its pastor when it comes to that. So definitely tune in. I believe he's probably going to be the first that's going to bring this out. So definitely tune in to We Woke Now, because he's going to take this up to another level. I know I'm going to be, most I will, and I'm definitely going to be tuning in on that. So, okay, so this is our starting point. This is the oldest picture of who the world calls Jesus. This is literally in a church, in the house, right across from the Euphrates River, 235 AD. Also in this church, there's a picture of what they call the Good Shepherd. And again, you don't see long flowing hair. You don't see blue eyes. You see dark skinned people. And you also see this short black woolly hair, the short black hair. Right. And for some of these, you can see where the paint, of course, the paint is worn off, is all light. But then on some places here, you can see where it's dark. Now, in addition to the oldest, in addition to where the Messiah is found, the oldest picture of Jesus is found in Syria, in Dura Europus. There's also pictures in, of course, the Vatican. The Vatican, they have what's called the Black Madonna. You can just Google the Black Madonna, and they still have the Black Madonna today. This is one of those pictures of the Black Madonna. In addition to, over in Rome, another place where you can also find old pictures of the Black Messiah is also in Egypt, where the children of Israel spent a whole lot of time in Egypt. And these pictures they're called like Coptic pictures, the Coptic church. Basically, when you hear Coptic, just think Egyptian. So these over in Egyptian, you can find pictures of black, dark-skinned Jesus or Yahusha. So you can see it there on the screen. In addition to Egypt, you can also find pictures of dark-skinned, brown-skinned Jesus in Ethiopia. They were the one nation that was not colonized by Europe. So Europe was not able to come in and, whitewash their churches, take away, burn their books and give them a whitewashed version of the books. They had the books that they've had for thousands of or hundreds of thousands of years. And they still have the images that they had for hundreds or thousands of years. It's still there. And you can see it there right on the screen. This is, from one of their buildings where Jesus / Yahusha is a brown-skinned, dark-skinned man with an afro. He's got a baby fro. And even the frescoes, the pictures and the paintings that are shown on the wall, this also is in Ethiopia. In their churches. This is in their churches, family. This is in their churches. So all of these are their pictures. And in addition to this, you may be asking, and it's not as though this is a standalone, piece of evidence. So this piece, body of evidence goes along with all the other evidence that we're bringing out, and that's actually in this other book that's coming out, and that is the Messiah is from the tribe of Judah. And so in addition to the oldest pictures of Jesus being a brown-skinned, dark-skinned man having short brown, black woolly hair, we also have pictures that are even older than that. So in Lachish, in the city of Lachish, which is right outside the city of Jerusalem, it's Judah's second largest city. It's the second largest city only to Jerusalem. Lachish was unfortunately destroyed by King Sennacherib, the king of Assyria. And when the king of Assyria comes and destroys Lachish, he goes back home. He makes what they call a relief or a stone monument, depicting the people that he just conquered. And what you're seeing on the screen is a picture depicting the children or the tribe of Judah in 701 BC in Assyria. And again, you can see the same hair texture, short, woolly hair. You can't really see the color, of course, but you can surmise the color based off of the texture that they even painstakingly gave these brothers. So their hair must have been really nappy. It must have been really, really woolly for them to have to take the time. Do you realize how much time it had to take, family, to put those bumps on the back of that head, to put those bumps on that beard? It must have stood out. It must have stood out, family. So in any case, this is one of the oldest pictures of the tribe of Judah. again, AKA black man. And then, of course, there's also archaeology that goes along with it, because there was a mass grave site that was found in Lakesh that's associated with this event. And just to let you know up front, when they took a look at those bones or the skulls were skulls of black people as well. They can actually tell that by looking at the skulls. All right. All right. So let's take a look, family, let's go back to the synagogue. We're going to go back to Europus, and we're going to take a look at the synagogue first. Well, I take that back. We're going to take a look at the synagogue. We first took a look at the church. Now let's take a look at the synagogue. And on your screen, family, what you can see is just to kind of call a pattern out to you. So one of the things, you look at this enough, you start to see a pattern. What you'll see, family, just looking at the screen, I'm going to point this pattern out to you. All the pictures on the bottom, all of these pictures are whitewashed. All of the faces are white, skin is white, all on the bottom level. All the pictures on the top are brown and black. I noticed this, like I said, I noticed this pattern a while back. But I take it back, family. I may have misspoke. The one picture or painting on the top level, because you see like there's two levels on the top and 1.5 on the bottom. Well, the one picture or painting on the top level that is white is the one that's right here. I don't know if, hopefully you guys can see my mouse. It's right here. But then why is this one white? Well, that's the one that has a step underneath it. It has a raised step so that whoever is able to whitewash can reach this picture. So it's funny because like this picture, just if you look at the pattern, it's like it explains the whitewashing that apparently that has taken place many, many years ago. And it's interesting because the pictures that are being whitewashed, or it's almost as if they didn't pay attention to what they're doing. If you're going to steal or cheat on somebody's work, they may not be familiar with the work that they're stealing or cheating off of. Well, on this fresco on the left-hand side, this is a picture of Moses, of Moshe. Moshe is depicted as a brown-skinned black person. He is the same person that's depicted over here, but he's been whitewashed. He is the same person that's depicted in this picture up here. He's still brown. So, this fresco has built in what I call error checking. So if anybody tries to go in and tries to manipulate it, they literally have to remember to manipulate all of it, because you can't just manipulate some of it, because the other pictures are going to testify to them manipulating the pictures, if that makes sense. Because again, we got pictures of Moses over here. He's a brother. And we got pictures of Moses up here. He's a brother. But then the one that's right above this step, all of a sudden, he don't have no color on his skin. Come on, family. They got caught. They got caught on that one. But this is from the synagogue from around that time, 235 AD. And the pictures of the children of Israel on the top are all brown, black people, with the exception of this one that's right over this step that has this step underneath it. And this guy is white.